Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I know it's been a long time since my last video. As most of you probably know, I am no longer on YouTube. Right now I'm focused on my Instagram account, so I highly encourage you to follow me there. I will link my handle down below. I'm also focused on my job and on my brand new jewelry business. Most of the jewelry you see on my videos is from my own brand, and in case you want to check it out, I will link it here in the description box as well. So yeah, that's where I've been all this time. Guys, the truth of the matter is that I have received so many DMs, so many messages, so many emails telling me how much you miss my videos, how much you would love me to come back. And although I'm not coming back, at least not for now, I feel so humble and honored and floored by all your love, your support, your kindness. And yeah, I am here. I decided I want to do this surprise video, like a treat video for you guys, and it's all about 6 hidden gems I found during my trip to Germany that I want to share with you today. So if you're interested in learning more about them, you know the drill. Stay tuned. Welcome back, and let's get started. I will start this list in no particular order with a house that I just discovered and I fell in love with. It's called Langley Munich. It is absolutely beautiful. The setting there in Munich, it's like to die for, very minimalist. Their fragrances are to die for. All the fragrances are Parfum concentration. It's a clean house. And I also love the fact that the owners, the founders, are not only business partners, but they are also partners in life. Can it get any better? So yeah. So I really fell in love with their fragrances, and I want to start this list with Sekushi, or number 7. It's a beauty. It's a beauty, guys. This is a beauty. Sekushi is a very sophisticated scent, very sophisticated. I would say this is a fruity leather concoction. All Langley Munich fragrances are created or conceived under the premises of creating balance between the Lang and the Ling notes, something that I would dare to compare with the yin and yang. And the Ling notes here are the sweet ones, and the Lang notes is where you find patchouli, you find olibanum, you find leather. So gorgeous. And the Ling notes is a composition of cotton candy, apricots, raspberry, and lily of the valley. And here the Ling notes, which are the sweet ones, are the dominant ones together with the leather. So at the end we have a fruity leather concoction, as I said at the beginning, that it is to die for. 100% signature scent worthy, absolutely stunning. It's gorgeous. So sophisticated. It's very unique. Actually, all their fragrances are very unique, and you can smell super high quality ingredients here. Cream. Now the leather here, it's not suede, it's raw leather, but it's so well blended that it doesn't come out as animalic or masculine or dirty. Not at all. It's a actually very clean fragrance. So it's surprising that it has a leather note instead of a suede note, because usually suede is more feminine, it's creamy, it's buttery, while leather actually is not. But it is, as I said, super well blended, and it's magnificent. I absolutely love this fragrance, and this is something I will keep on buying on repeat. It's sweet, it's feminine, it's classy, signature scent worthy, as I said before. It's a crowd pleaser. I get tons of compliments even with the mask. Projection is moderate. Sillage is very beautiful, and it's super duper long lasting. Although after an hour and a half, it becomes a skin scent, but it's definitely super long lasting. Beautiful fragrance by Langley Munich, Sekushi number 7. So the second one I have from this house is a la carte, or number 6. And it's also by Langley Munich. All of their fragrances come in a very similar, in this case, the same bottle. Also gorgeous, very different. This is sweet, it's warm, it's spicy, it's nutty. This is the one that I would say leans more on the gourmand side. It is a gourmand fragrance. The other one, for example, Sekushi, although it has cotton candy and it has apricots, I wouldn't say it is gourmand. This is definitely more gourmand than Sekushi. I would say this is easier to like, so to speak. I think more people will like a la carte more than Sekushi. Sekushi is more special. Sekushi is more for when you really want to stand out and you don't want to smell like anybody else. I'm not saying this is generic by any means, but I think this is easier to wear than Sekushi, and I think it's I wouldn't say more of a crowd pleaser, but it's easier to wear, and I think I can see more people preferring a la carte over Sekushi. I prefer Sekushi. But this is really stunning. So the length notes here, let me spray. It has sandalwood, it has oud, it has styrax. Styrax, it's a synthetic note. It provides a floral, sometimes woody type of accords. It also has olibanum, also known as frankincense, and I want to make a little pause here. This fragrance has olibanum or frankincense in the composition. Now, frankincense is not the same as incense. Incense is what we all know, you know, the burning sticks that you find in church, and in different cultures they use incense for rituals and stuff. Incense is that typical smell we pretty much all of us know. It's dense, it's sweet, it's kind of smoky, while frankincense is actually a resin that is extracted from a tree, which is actually fresh, and it kind of has pine type of accords. It's really kind of fresh, sometimes even floral, slightly floral. Incense actually has different components. Frankincense is one of the components. Incense itself also, it can have sandalwood, it can have cedar, it can have lemon resin, it can have myrrh, benzoin, all of them, and this is just to name a few. But nothing to do with the typical incense smell, which is, as I said, it's smoky, sweet, dense, and for many people it's a turn off. So the fact that you don't like incense in fragrances doesn't necessarily mean you won't like a fragrance that has frankincense in the composition. So I just wanted to make sure you understand the difference, because they are completely different things. Now the link notes, the sweet ones, it has pistachio. I think the pistachio here is what is giving this fragrance that gourmand component. It also has toffee, another huge gourmand component. Toffee is actually caramel that is cooked at higher temperatures for a longer time. That's why it is brittle and crunchy. It also has pink pepper and it has vanilla. Let me tell you, pistachio and pink pepper are the most prominent notes here. I love it. This one, pretty much same performance as Sekushi. I think Sekushi is longer lasting, has better performance in that regards. Same type of sillage, very beautiful, very sheer. And after maybe 30 minutes, this one becomes also a skin scent. I think Sekushi becomes a skin scent a little later than a la carte. A la carte becomes a skin scent and it becomes sweeter once you get past those first 30 minutes, maybe an hour, but no more than that. So guys, the next one from Langley Munich is Figolo. And I think this is my favorite among these three. And it's a very strong statement because they are stunning. But this is so sophisticated. This is a class act. This reminds me a lot of Sycamore and reminds me a lot of Parco Polariano Quinto or Loro. This has the exact same vibes and it has kind of similar scent. This is like stellar. If you like those green vetiver type of scents, you will love this. And the good thing is that although it's unisex, on my skin it pulls very feminine. It's not a masculine vetiver fragrance like Ankara Noir, which I love, but Ankara Noir by Lalique is definitely masculine, although I wear it, but it's definitely masculine. This one is feminine. It is unisex, but it really pulls very feminine on my skin. It has a very understated type of sophistication. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's woody, it's earthy. God, it's very green. It's also very aromatic, but it's not herbal. It definitely has that masculine touch that I always say that although I prefer feminine fragrances, a masculine touch to a feminine fragrance gives a wow factor that a feminine fragrance sometimes doesn't have. And this is the case with many fragrances we have in the market, like Le Lion, for example, Coromandel, Sycomore, just to name some from the Chanel Exclusives collection that I adore. There are many fragrances in the market that have that masculine touch, and it's what actually makes the fragrance stand out, and it will make you stand out, and it will give you that wow factor that we all love. It has mint. It also has leather, but the leather here is not animalic. Again, this is not suede, it's raw leather, but it's not animalic, it's not strong, it's not like a punch in your face. It's really, really, really beautiful. It also has Iso Super, which is a synthetic molecule that usually it is used in perfumery to help prolong your favorite fragrance. It actually helps with sillage and with longevity, and this has Iso Super in the composition. It's absolutely stunning. This is another one I will always keep in my collection. Please, Langley Munich, never discontinue this beauty, or let me know before you do. So guys, the next one on my list is Privaro by Laine Histoire Privée. This is a niche house based in France. All of their fragrances are very, very unique and absolutely stunning. All their fragrances have between 23 and 28 oil concentration, so they are really, really strong, and you can expect them to last. And I'm gonna tell you something that you might like about this fragrance. So first of all their fragrances are based on a love story. And the love story behind Privaro is about a Brazilian sorceress or a modern witch that she was selling her love potions in a very exclusive club in Moscow, where the founder of this house met her. And it seems that a friend fell in love with a man thanks to that love potion. So this is what this fragrance is about. And boy, is this intoxicating and sexy. It's absolutely gorgeous. This, guys, I did a quick video on Instagram about this fragrance. For years, I've been looking for an alternative to Terracotta Le Parfum by Guerlain. I adore that fragrance. I have 2 backup bottles, and you know, it is discontinued, so it's really hard to find. And yeah, you never know. Someday we won't be able to find it anymore. So I was always looking for the perfect. I wasn't expecting anything really close to Terracotta, because actually I didn't think I could find something like that. Guess what? This is Terracotta Le Parfum, but 10 notches above. It has much better performance. This is like the best of both worlds, because it has the same scent. It's like 99% similar to Terracotta Le Parfum, but it has what Terracotta doesn't, which is a great performance, and it really lasts for hours. It's absolutely gorgeous, addictive, sexy, intoxicating. It has that tropical vibe. It doesn't have coconut, so I wouldn't say it's a beachy scent. I think Terracotta is slightly more beachy, but this is creamy, this is addictive and intoxicating as hell. It's impossible to describe. It's, as I said, if you grab Terracotta and you elevate that fragrance 10 notches above, you will have this one. It's absolutely gorgeous. It has tiare flower, which is very, very prominent, very creamy. It's sweet, intoxicating. It also has jasmine. It has ylang ylang. It also has orange blossom. Let me see what else. It has orange blossom, very prominent as well, together with the tiare flower. It has sandalwood, it has benzoin. I think if you do love Terracotta, and if you're worried because you can't find it, go for this one, because you won't be disappointed. Actually, I think from now on I will keep on buying this one, because as I said, I always loved Terracotta, but I have to be honest, it lacks in the performance department, and I think everybody can agree with me on that. Well, this one has that problem fixed, and it's not as beachy. I would say that's the 1% that, you know, keep these 2 fragrances apart and different. It is the fact that this is not as beachy as Terracotta, but it smells 99% similar. You know what I say, you have to leave your wishes up to the universe, and this is what I did. I kept on looking and looking for this fragrance, and I never found anything that I could really like, or anything even close to Terracotta. When I forgot about it and I wasn't even focusing on that anymore, she appeared. And yeah, I'm super duper happy with Figolo. I highly recommend this fragrance if you like Terracotta Le Parfum. This is extremely creamy and floral. This is for my white floral lovers. If you don't like white florals, don't even try this. It's not even worth trying because it's a very strong white floral fragrance. It's not vintage at all. It's very creamy, like terracotta again, but you have to love white florals. So yeah, Figolo by l'Histoire Privée. So guys, the next one on my list is called Industria, and it is by Memoirs London. This is a very opulent woody floral scent. I would say woody rose. It actually has rose in the top notes and in the middle notes. It also has oud, being oud and the rose the most prominent notes. Again, we have a rose oud combo, but this is absolutely beautiful. Let me tell you, it's not another one. It's very similar in vibes and also kind of smells similar to Oud Satin Mood by Maison Francis Kurkdjian, and also similar to New York Fifth Avenue by Fragrance du Bois. Not on a dupe level, I don't even talk about dupes on my channel, but it has similar vibes to a point that if you like those two, highly likely you will love Industria. This is absolutely stunning. It has a 25% oil concentration like most of their fragrances, so we are talking about extrait de parfum here. It's very beautiful. It is very concentrated when you put it on. I don't know if you'll see the oil here, which I love because that is to me a proof of how dense and how concentrated the oil is. It means that the concentration is there. It's a very concentrated fragrance. It has high oil concentrations, and that's what we are paying for, right? We want something long lasting and we want something at that level. It's very bright in the opening. It has lemon, it has bergamot, it has orange. So beautiful. Although it has so many citruses in the opening, this is not an astringent, tart, acidic type of fragrance. Not at all. Here the citruses actually give freshness, almost that type of sparkly opening and bubbly, but it's not astringent at all. It's not tart. If you don't really like citrusy fragrances like myself, don't worry, because this is not. It also has rose. You can definitely smell the rose here. Geranium, jasmine, saffron, a favorite note of mine. I love saffron. It also has oud, of course, as I said at the beginning. It has leather and it has musk. You will get more of the musk, and also patchouli, which is also one of the base notes, and you will get more of that in the dry down. Same with patchouli, also has patchouli, but you will get the patchouli more in the dry down, not at the beginning. I would say not in the first 4 hours. Guys, this fragrance smells like $1,000,000. I'll kid you not. It has cedar, it has sandalwood too, my favorite woody notes, although as much as I love sandalwood, I have to say that cedar, when it comes to elegance, is unbeatable. I think it's the most elegant woody note. Stunning. It also has tonka, it has amber, and it has musk, as I said, that you will get more in the dry down. It's gorgeous. It's perfect for a night out, especially during the colder months. I haven't had a chance yet to test this fragrance in warm weather because I just bought it 3 months ago when I went to Germany, as I said. But in the cold weather, it is absolutely stunning. I think it could be a little bit strong in the summer, but it really depends. It really depends on your mood. It really depends on the occasion, where you go, and yeah, that's pretty much it. But in the colder months, stunning. Yeah, this was Industria by Memoirs London. So guys, the last one is Bruma by Sierdon. So this house is renowned for their super luxurious and sultry candles. They are to die for, both the scent and the whole packaging. They are stunning. They also have a fragrance line, and this is my favorite. And this is basically a leather iris type of scent. As I explained in my previous videos, I don't know if you've been following me for a while, you probably heard me saying this, but iris is a tricky note. It's not an easy note, and it's a tricky note, because iris can take different directions. Iris sometimes can be powdery, which is typically the most common way we find iris in fragrances, that type of powdery, all makeup case type of smell. Iris can also be rooty and creamy and buttery when we are talking about oris, which is the root of the iris, Iris is the flower, Oris is the root. It can also be waxy and kind of lipsticky, and this is what we have here. So this is that type of iris. It's not powdery, it's not creamy, it's not earthy, it's not dirty. It's waxy and lipsticky. It's very feminine in my opinion. I love it. It has leather, but the leather here is not animalic at all. It's super well blended. Yes, you do have that leather accord lingering more in the background, but the leather here is not animalic. So if you don't like leather fragrances, don't be scared, don't worry. It's super well blended and super soft. This is femininity in a bottle to me. Super clean. It's one of the most unique iris fragrances you can find because it's different and it's very clean. As I said, I think this one in Iris Melican by Maison Crivelli are the two most different iris fragrances you can find in the market. That one is a totally different thing. I adore Iris Melican, but it's completely different. I would say it's the opposite of this one. This is clean, this is feminine. The other one, it's more earthy, it's more masculine. But now I'm reviewing this one. This is office safe, signature scent worthy. It's also a crowd pleaser. I'm not gonna say I get tons of compliments when wearing this fragrance, because to be honest, I haven't worn this fragrance that much and that often, but the few times I wore it, I got compliments. And it's very beautiful, it's very soft. As I said, this is office safe. This is even if you work in a very small environment, let's say you work in a call center, in a tiny cubicle, this is a very inoffensive iris fragrance. Usually you have to be careful with iris because it's not a note that many people like, but this one is super duper safe and beautiful. It's perfect also for corporate meetings, formal events, informal events. This is more formal than informal. Even though it's a very soft and feminine and pure type of scent, to me it's so refined that I would wear this more for more formal events or occasions. It's mature, but this is not vintage at all. Again, we don't have the all makeup powder type of iris here, so it's mature, but it's not vintage. And if you do like iris fragrances, you should definitely try it. So guys, I hope you enjoyed my video from today. I really did this video for you as a way to thank you for your constant support during all the time I was here on YouTube, and your constant support now on Instagram and by your DMs and your messages, and it truly made my day every time I get a message from you. Even a comment on one of my reels or one of my posts, anything you post, anything you ask, anything, even an emoji counts, and I want you to know that you are highly appreciated. And I love to stay in touch with you. I am very approachable. You can reach out to me all the time through DMs or even send me an email, and I am very responsive. If I don't respond, it's either because I didn't see it, or because I can't, or because I didn't receive it. But I am very responsive, and I highly respect your time in the same way you respect mine. So for that reason, you can rest assured that I will always answer your messages. So please stay safe, let's keep in touch, and I'll see you on Instagram. Bye bye.